Today we're going to do a follow-up review of the Weltool T1 Pro Tac. Now, since getting this flashlight, it has been the only one to make it into my pocket. Literally, this has been my only flashlight. I'm going to rehash why that is the case and why you might want to consider it over the next couple of days while these are currently 10% off. Let's go ahead and get started. So for those who have never seen it before, this is a AA powered flashlight. Now, this will also run on the much more powerful 14500 battery. Now, each one of these flashlights comes with a Type-C rechargeable 14500. Now, this will run at 3.6 volts. Now, most AA batteries, whether it's disposable or rechargeable, go between 1.2 and 1.5 volts. This allows this flashlight to get really insane output. In fact, it's one of the brightest flashlights that I have ever used. The problem that people have when they evaluate these lights is they only focus on one thing, and that is lumen count. But that's not what makes this flashlight so incredibly powerful. So hopefully this will demonstrate the difference between the two flashlights. So this one has about 350 lumens of output when you hit the high. So there's what it's going to look like, okay? Now if I switch over to the Weltool, it's going to come in on its high. Do you see how much brighter it is? Now I've locked the image so you can see the difference between the two. You also can see just how focused that beam actually is in the very center. There is a spill, but there is a lot of light coming out of it. Now both of these flashlights use the same size battery, but the output is completely different. Now, if that visual demonstration doesn't work for you, let me explain by the numbers. These have 540 lumens, I think I misquoted earlier, and they have 21,000 candela of beam intensity. It's a number that most people don't actually pay attention to when they're searching for flashlights. The beam intensity allows the light to travel quite a bit further. In fact, these lights, all of which are the same, just different colors, have 317 yards of throw. That is a really long distance. In fact, it's further out than most 18650 flashlights that I own reach. In fact, the Warrior Mini 3, which is a much bigger flashlight, has lower candela rating than this light does. And this can be run on a AA and is a lot smaller. Now, I don't think everyone needs this, okay? I'll tell you right now, this is not going to be a flashlight for everyone. But there are a group of people out there that want the brightest, most powerful, and compact flashlight available. This is pretty much it. I have yet to find anything in this size and form factor that can reach these numbers. I've seen ones that have much larger heads that certainly can, but they're a lot less convenient to carry. All of these lights also have a secondary low mode, which is 86 lumens using the 14500. And also that has 2500 candela with 110 yards of throw. Still not really a low. In fact, I think the low mode is almost the same candela as the high on the O-light, just to give you an example. So that's pretty insane. The cool part is, if that is too bright for you and you want to use it on lower settings, you can take out the battery, which is Type-C charging, and you can charge this up while using a standard AA. And then you have a high of 160 and a low of 3 lumens. And for that, it's still insanely good. The high of 160 still has 5700 candela and over 166 yards of throw. These are kind of in a league of their own, in my opinion, and with the updated clip from the past generation, which can be reversed, they just do everything that I want. And as a travel flashlight, not having to use a battery type that is hard to find, I think is a big deal. AA's are the most common battery you can find anywhere in the world, and having something that is bright when I need it to be, or can use off-the-shelf batteries, it just makes it the best light that I've found. Genuinely, this is the one that has made it into my pocket all the time. And as you saw in that image when we did that little test, there is always that second area around the center beam, and it is significantly dimmer than the center hotspot. And so a lot of times what I will do is I'll actually use that area to walk while keeping the very bright beam away from my eyes so that I don't have to, get overshadowed with how much light is nearby. So you get both the long distance as well as the widespread light that will let you walk, say at night or anything else. It just fills so many gaps. And I just don't know any other flashlight that's been able to accomplish this. The other flashlight that I have carried or did until this one was the H16, and I loved it, but it just simply can't compare to what I get with this light. And the reason we're making this video is right now, these are 10% off on Going Gear. It's only gonna be, I think, till Monday, and I didn't want you guys to miss your chance to get it where it's a little bit discounted, because these flashlights are not cheap. I think their base price is around $65, which is more expensive than what most people will spend on a light, but these are unlike anything else that I've tested, genuinely. I don't say that lightly. There is almost nothing in existence right now that comes remotely close to the power that these offer with proper heat dissipation, good warranty, and a good tail switch on top of everything else. It just nails all of the things that I'm looking for. I'm not going to spend any more time today. We're actually going to do a rundown of my favorite flashlights that I actually use in the near future, but this is going to be at the very top of the list, so may as well look at it now while it's currently discounted. As always, thank you guys for your time, and we'll talk again soon.